Okay, so there. So I'm looking into like phase 3 by the amphibian nuclear power plant, getting rid of all the nuclear plutonium waste, like turning it into fixite apparently, or this thing called fixonium, is gonna be so goddamn difficult. I mean, like literally, I would have to consume 15,000 plus SAM, and apparently there's only like 10,000 on the map. I'd have to sloop, like do a ton of slooping. I don't think I have enough summer sloops. They need to make more summer sloops. Apparently there's only like there's only probably like 80, and it doesn't sound like much, but like 80, that's like nothing. You need to be able to do. They should make it where you have to do challenging missions, and you can get more sloops. Sorry if I've not played that much Satisfactory today. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Either start another route or look into producing some advanced shit to progress the game. Again, this is Route 20. But yeah. So it might terminate phase 3 of amphibian nuclear power plant. I might just do fixonium and sink it straight into the thing. Because like apparently the thing that gets me is the fixite. Apparently the fixite is something that needs a lot of SAM. There we go, finally back at our base. This is where wait, did we get nuclear shit yet? No, we didn't. Apparently we need these things called supercomputers, and to make those, I think we can make supercomputers. If we've already unlocked all this stuff. Yeah, we unlocked supercomputers, but I need to go check what I need to make them. I bet you I can produce materials. Not efficiently, though. That's the issue. Yeah, sorry if I'm not playing that much Satisfactory today. Let's see. So we got that going. Yeah, like I did, like to get all the plutonium waste. Like if you did some uranium shit, right? And like honestly, I don't think it's even possible to sink all the uranium waste. I think it's because the what do you call it? I think it's because of the what do you want to call it? Because of the recipe I'm using. Right. So anyway, I'm gonna try to. You want plastic. And AI limiters. Actually, I want to flip this. I want to like look at the nuclear power shit now. Actually, I haven't even thought about turning it after I get the plutonium cells. Maybe even just stopping there. I don't know. I don't know if I could do full fixonium or whatever it's called. First, I need to grab a lot of plastic. Luckily, there's a lot right here. You know, all computers, high-speed connectors, and AI limiters. That's what I needed. And we're gonna have to scale up production, I tell ya. Grab a little bit too many AI limiters. Okay, I'll make supercomputers. I really want to make supercomputers. Now we need computers. I'll automate these one day, but anyway, until then, I will. I wonder what I'll do. 1.5 supercomputers? 14. Yeah, I'm rushing nuclear power. I just want to build a reactor and see what it looks like, and see, like, be in all of its glory. Alright. Nuclear power. Bitch.
Milestone reached. The nuclear power plant produces dangerous radioactive nuclear waste. Fix-It reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project assembly. Fix-It also reminds you that willful exposure to radiation will not result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces. Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible. Any unnecessary delays will be noted.
No, screw you, Ada. Screw save the day. There's politicians on Earth. At least, if there's at least one on Earth, then guess what? I'll delay my time all you want. All I want. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Bitch. Holy shit, this thing is big. Like Trump's mom. Look at the size of this nuclear reactor. Holy crap. I need 10 of these in order to actually build it. I mean, I knew that these reactors were big, but, holy shit! So apparently, again, You can't just use raw uranium. You have to process it into fuel. Ooh, look, it glows special. Okay. Oh, well, I didn't mean to have this make sulfuric acid. Apparently, one sulfur, one water is equal to one sulfuric acid. Hopefully I should have some sulfur in reserve. Not a lot though. A little bit right here. There's a bit more. There it is, sulfuric acid. Good thing that stuff's on the inside and not the outside of this pipe. So you want me to make that, but concrete. Oh, concrete, shit. And you want me to shove in some uranium? Okay. Okay, Diddy. Okay, Diddy Blood. Let's shove in the uranium. Okay, so apparently the building now becomes radioactive. Whoa. Ooh, look, it's toxic, just like... Oh, wait, hold on. Look, it's green and toxic, just like Vandom. Ooh, look at that. radioactive shit. Huh? Damn, you have to be really on them. Uranium fuel rod. 50 of these. A bunch of magnetic control rods. Too bad we don't have electromagnetic control rods yet. Too bad that we do have electromagnetic control rods. A couple of them, not too many. Some of them in the very, like, I think like right here? Or is it right here? Or there, or there, or there. Or, there's some. A couple, and you also want encased industrial beams. Although that's actually not the original recipe. You can actually get alternate recipes for fuel rods. Huh. So I guess individually, when you put these things out, they're not that radioactive. Even though it says they're fuel cells, they're technically fuel pellets, I'd say. Son of a bitch. Such a beam. Yay! I am not getting any radiation from this building. Oh shit. That's gonna take a while to make one. One uranium fuel rod, and apparently if you oh my god, 750,000 megajoules. That is a, oh my god, that thing's insane. Hold on guys, I just gotta get a load of this chunker. Holy mother of Grayskull. Look at the size of this bastard. Hello, viewer. Oh my, what the hell? Why is it, why am I still getting radiation? It's on me. There we go. Oh my god, this thing is taking longer than this thing is taking longer than the State of the Union. Thank goodness. I'm pretty sure I can get the State of the Union of 2026 done before this thing makes a fuel run. Particularly this is a fuel assembly. There it is, one fuel rod. This actually is not bad. If you have individual units, oh, that's not bad. I've seen worse. I guess individually, when you place them down, they're not that bad. Again, this is all temporary. I'm not trying to make this, you know, permanent. And today I'm just having fun. Oh god, the spaghetti's coming back. I'm like, is this filled with water? Yeah, I can see the water. Of course, the water... Apparently, actually, when this thing goes off, it makes Cherenkov radiation at the bottom. So, that's obviously got to be the reactor. And what's going on is, I bet you the water that goes in is the stuff that comes at the top, which is steam. Because apparently, to my knowledge, this is the most powerful plant production, or powerful production plant in the game. Apparently, this thing needs to take 240,000 cubic meters. 240. That just took 240,000 cubic meters. That would be impossible. Look how beautiful it is. Let's shove a rod in it. Oh, hey, look. See that? Look, that's a generator from the coal thing. Oh, look at that. You know what's crazy about this, chat? Apparently one of these... Oh, God. Here we go. We got a barrel of nuclear waste. Hey, look. Okay. I was a little bit scared of nuclear waste, but I'm very confident I can build a facility that can handle nuclear technology, as long as you don't get it in stacks, which if it's... Yeah, as long as you don't get it in stacks, it's okay. Here's a problem. We're gonna get 50 nuclear waste. Yo, that's blue. That's Cherenkov. Doesn't it? Yo, look! Cherenkov radiation. That's the same light that was emitted in the Demon Core, by the way. This will burn for 5 minutes, by the way. Oh, God. The power is not looking good. These aren't that radioactive, actually, you know? Okay, another experiment I really wanted to know is when I have a conveyor belt right here. So I'm getting radiation from 10 meters away. Now let's say I go over here and I drop this. Okay, so obviously it does stack, but here's the thing. If I have a belt that is like way overrated for the amount of radioactive material I'm working with, I bet I can make it way safer. Remember, that's still going. It's still burning 2,500 megawatts. And look, of course, the stack, look how much it's getting me. And here's the thing, watch this. We can't delete it. We cannot delete this. So we actually have to process it. Huh, you could put units right, you could put signs right here. That looks like where the steam comes from, and then where the water comes in, it must turn into steam. And then it gets shot up out of his top. Let's see, so at the very... Let's see, it initially had 500,000. I could actually probably get like 500 gigawatts. 100... Wait, actually... 120 plus 320. Yeah, I gotta do the math. Even just for like 128 fuel rods, or 128 pellets of plutonium processed into fixonium, whatever. Oh my gosh. No. Let's see. So let's keep going back. Let's say I'm gonna see what happens if I do an alternate recipe. Plutonium waste, plutonium fuel rod. Then they go off to plutonium cells. Go back further to non-fissile uranium. Temperature figure for all the uranium in the cells. Divide by 100 times 3. 21 fuel rods a minute. Divide by 0.2. You get 108 reactors. 108 times 2,500 is 270,000. So 108 reactors makes 1,000 nuclear waste a minute. Let's say the least efficient Obviously, so there's the original uranium fuel rod, and there's uranium fuel unit, which means we either can choose A, 50 cells for one fuel rod, or, better yet, with a couple of other things changed around, we can get 100 fuel cells, so twice the fuel cells, but we get triple the uranium rods. So I'm going to use that alternate. But we need oscillators, rotors, electromagnetic rods. The good thing is, electromagnetic rods, it takes 2 minutes for both recipes. So, and then rotors, we can easily make rotors. Oscillators, we've done that before. Let's see, so 100,000, imagine we had 100,000 nuclear waste. We could probably convert all of our plutonium waste into fixonium, but dude, the amount, and I mean the amount of sand required to turn it into fixonium fuel rods, I'm not even gonna bring it up. Hell, I think we use like 15,000 SAM, and we can only provide 10,000 on the map apparently. Okay, so we make uranium waste. Let's say I don't use the fertile uranium recipe. If I 7.5 divide, then multiplied by 50, make 1,400 fissile uranium a minute. Divide by 75, and I can actually get instant, and I mean instant plutonium pellets. Divide by 75 times 10. I get 192 pellets. So I can either do 30 plutonium pellets for one fuel rod or 20. So if I did the plutonium fuel unit recipe, divided by 10 times 0.5, we get 9.6 plutonium rods divided by 0.1, and times 2,500, we get 240,000 plus 270,000. Let's see. So a combined plutonium-uranium cycle generates that 510,000 megawatts. The previous, we have 120,000 plus 320,000, so that makes 420,000. So we'd actually make more power if we took all the uranium. When it go all the way into nuclear rods. Excuse me. And then we would also get more uranium. Okay. Give me a second. 96 reactors. 96 reactors burning through plutonium. Let's do some math here. Oh shit. Christ. 96 reactors burning through plutonium is gonna produce one waste a minute. So we're gonna get 96 plutonium waste. Now, we can make, every plutonium waste, we make one fixonium. And for every, apparently for every 2 fixonium, we get a fixonium fuel rods. Divide by 2, we get fuel rods. Now, 1 rod a minute, and each rod lasts a minute, apparently. So take that times 2,500. 120,000. 120,000 plus 510,000. 630,000, right? Okay, so I said 96. We need enough materials to process 96 plutonium waste a minute. By the way, if we did this, I doubt we could take any other uranium and combine it. Like, for example, I might make a couple other nuclear plants, but I don't even think Amphibia is probably going to be the only one that makes fixonium. Like, turning everything into fixonium, I can't. There's no way in hell. But, continuing further. So, we make 96 fixonium. Divide by 5. Meaning 19 quantum encoders. I've never even seen one of those before. Times 100. We need 100, we need 1,920 fixed site trigons. I've heard about these. Apparently we need these to actually build the belts in the game. So I've mildly spoiled myself. So we need to divide this by 3, which we get 640 a minute. And oh my god. Let's see. So we divide by 30 and multiply, like the cheapest SAM recipe is going to require 1,280 pieces of SAM. Oh, I'm sorry. That's reanimated SAM. Last on autism. We need 500. We need 5,000 SAM. Hey, how's it going? That's half the game's supply. That's just... I don't even think we're going to make Vixonium fuel rods. Even at this recipe right here, I might just take the Vixonium and just sink it. Phase 5. Interesting. We built a road from here all the way up to here. So I'm planning a new nuclear power plant. I just don't see me going into. I like to call 3 phases. Phase 1, uranium. Phase 2, plutonium. Phase 3, Vixonium. I don't see myself going into Vixonium. The amount of SAM it's required, because apparently I'm looking into it. So I need to get fixite trigons, and to make fixite trigons, I need fixite ingots. I'm gonna be getting my uranium from 2 points, right here, and apparently right there. So I should be supplied with about 900 uranium. I just don't see myself generating the amount of SAM required. Because I click this, and then I click SAM, and then I see that apparently there is a max of 10,200 SAM that you can harvest. And if I use 5,000, that's half my SAM. And I need SAM, apparently I might need SAM for other types of things. So, furthermore, I think, honestly, let's see, I got over here, it's a fixite that kills it, in my opinion. I can cover everything else, it's the fixite. I could technically do it, but I just don't really feel comfortable burning up half my SAM that the world will allow me to harvest. Of course, you can always store it in a huge container and then dump it, but you're going to have to refill that container. Let's see. So, Vixonium requires dark matter residue and singularity cells. Singularity cells require something called dark matter crystal and nuclear pasta. Dark matter crystals can be formed apparently from diamonds and dark matter. Dark matter can be residue can either be formed. Let's see. When creating AI expansion server, alien power matrix, dark matter residue, which is made from 5 animated SAM, Vixonium fuel rods, and a neural quantum processor, superposition oscillator, and synthetic power shard. Let's see. So of course, a lot of these recipes need they're sourced from SAM, is what it looks like. Yeah, they are sourced from SAM. They are. But yeah, I've been eyeballing synthetic power shards for a long time. Let's see. So if I have to convert 96 plutonium waste into Vixonium and sink it, I'm going to need let's see, 96 divided by 10 times 200. I need a staggering 1,920 dark matter residue. Now, I could try to get some from the Vixonium, but the fuel rods, but apparently that literally that requires more SAM. So that's a pickle that I've seen to find myself in. It could be I could get dark matter residue from like processing like the shit I need. You know, I might actually find myself with an excess, so that could change in the future. But let's see. Um, Singularity cell. It needs dark matter crystals. Okay, so for every Fixonium, I need a singularity cell. Say 96 singularity cells a minute. Divide by 10. Or 96, let's say 96 times 2. I need 192 dark matter crystals, apparently. Let's see, and they can be formed from diamonds and dark matter residue. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. I hate everything about this. Let's see, so 192 divided by 30 times, let's say if I do dark matter crystals, and I need dark matter residue, so I need 960 dark matter residue a minute. With diamonds. I think diamonds are pretty cheap. Let's see, coal part in terms of the diamonds, which actually does not surprise me considering diamonds is an allotrope of coal. So I need 960 a minute plus how many? 1,920? My god. I need all that dark matter residue. If I had to get it straight from Sam, times 50. If I had to get it straight from Sam, I need 5,000. Oh my god, this sucks. I hate plutonium. I hate plutonium so much. I could do some slooping in some areas, but still, this is really a big pain in the ass. Plutonium waste sucks ass. Like, there's literally not enough SAM. I don't know if it's like, maybe I'm supposed to be using different, you know, what do you call it? I'm supposed to be using like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be like, you know, using it like if I'm supposed to be using it as a byproduct of other things I'm supposed to be making, which I think I'm supposed to. But honestly, this is going to be such a pain in the ass to do. Man, now it's starting to look like even plutonium is going to suck. Like, plutonium literally sucks. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to see nuclear pasta. I don't think that... Yeah, nuclear pasta seems pretty nice because it doesn't need any dark matter. Oh my god, it sucks. Particle accelerator. Let's see. Needs 4 summer sloops. Let's see. The thing that produces the most amount of dark matter. No, let's see. Converter. How many sloops do it needs 2 for a converter? So if you take 2 for a converter, it takes it'll make 200 a minute. I could sloop that. The only problem is with other nuclear power plants, I don't actually see how this is nuts. Man, it's starting to feel like fuel plants are even better because I could generate 310,000 megawatts. I mean, I could generate way more than this plant, but still. What do I need for those things? I might have to really like genuinely sit down and realize this, because honestly, I mean, I could probably build like phase 1 and build the uranium and then sink all this stuff. It really sucks. Processing plutonium waste is gonna look like a huge pain in my ass. Oh, fun! I just realized Fixonium cannot be sunk. Oh my god, that probably ruins it. Oh my god, how are you supposed to get rid of it? I don't even think I could do plutonium. This is pissing me off. Maybe if I... Okay, here's what I'm starting to think. When I start producing, like, the advanced shit, I think it apparently will produce dark matter as a byproduct. So maybe I'm supposed to use that. Again, I could do quote-unquote storage, but I'm not storing waste because, again, here's the thing. It has to go somewhere. The nuclear waste has to go somewhere. Doesn't matter. I can complain if all I want, but it has to go somewhere. The problem is, I can't sink Fixonium. Stupid blanket. Fixonium. It cannot be sunk, so it has to be made into the rod. And honestly, if you make Fixonium control rods, if you make Fixonium control rods, it doesn't matter. You can just burn them and they don't make waste. I might have to go try to see if I can do the Fixonium. I'll have to math out the logistics, honestly. Again, apparently needs Fixite Trigon. Fixite. Fixite Trigons come from constructors, and constructors can be slooped, and when you sloop a constructor, it only uses one. Let's see, so 10 times 2.5 is 25, right? 2.5, yeah, it is 25. 2.5 times 10, right? You get 25. Now, when you shove in that at 30 times 2.5, right? And then times 2, I can convert 25 fixite ingots into 150 fixite triangles. Trigons. Question, I doubt it, but do fixite trigons, can you generate them as a byproduct? By the way, if you guys are like, oh my god, he's doing this so slow, I'm thinking, so I'm thinking I'm just doing that. Let's say I did the let's say 96 Fixonium, right? Divided by 5 times 100. So I need 1,920 fixite trigons to get rid of everything. Right? Converters. And converters need 2 sloops. So there's actually 3 ways apparently I can make fixed site ingots. One is apparently using using 2 reanimated SAM and 4 ingots. 2 let's see, so 2 reanimated SAM and 4 aluminum ingots for 1 fixed site ingot, 3 reanimated SAM, 4 Caterium ingots and 1 fixed site ingot, and 4 reanimated SAM, 24 iron ingots, and then 1 fixed site ingot. I think we're going to stay away from the iron. Although we have a lot of iron, I like the aluminum. Although, hey, you never know. We could go for iron. But apparently it looks like the aluminum is the best, the most efficient. So we need 1,920 fixed site trigons. So apparently we can make 30 times 2.5 times 2. So 150, right? 1,920 divided by 150. We need 12 constructors and 12 sloops. Okay. 12 times 25. 320 input fixed site. Divided by 30 times 60 times 4. And we actually reduce our cost from 5,000, like 100, apparently 5,100 SAM to 2,260 SAM. So, I mean, 2,500 SAM is not that terrible if you really think about it. My problem is it's used to build a lot of shit. Let's see, in parts, it's needed in a quantum encoder. It's needed in neural quantum processor, the Fixonium fuel, and the biochemical sculptor. Now, here's the great thing about making the Fixonium fuel rods. Fixonium fuel rods, they don't make waste, and they make residue when they're burnt in the reactor. But apparently when you make them, it makes residue, which could be recycled into other things. Guy's out. He left. He's like, I'm not hearing this bitch yet. I don't blame him. I see a shit ton of wire, which is not impossible, but we're gonna have to go haul all that shit back. So I think I could do so we need 13 summer sloops to make all that. Which 13's not bad. The only thing I hate, my biggest criticism about the game, can we please get more sloops? And can we please make orders like Satisfactory? How about this? What if, after you complete the game, you have to do certain quests, and if you do them, you get rewarded a sloop, and you get like 1 or 2 a day? That would be really cool. I would kill for that. And, you know, and what if like you could get way more sloops, but you have to get a ton of products, like, right? Like maybe more than you could physically make per minute. Like you'd have to like save up. I don't know. My dumb ass. What was I coming in here for? Wires. Excuse me. Let's see, dark matter is made when you're making a AI expansion server, when you're making an AI power matrix, when you are making it from SAM. We can also sloop the SAM manufacturing things. Actually, I have a question. So if I have 120, how much SAM can I actually make? Apparently 1,000, 10,200 divided by 120,000. Actually, 120 times 2.5. So 10,200 divided by 300 makes 34. You could actually take every single tiny eensy weensy bit of SAM, and there's enough summer sloops in the game, I think, to sloop them all. There's like 100 let's see, summer sloop. Of course, there's not as many that we have because we spent them to research, which is voluntary. 106 summer sloops. The only thing we use them to build is the alien power augmenter. I don't know how many of those we'll make. Yay!
Milestone reached. The resource well pressurizer and extractor can harvest nitrogen, crude oil, and water from underground wells. Nitrogen, being a gas, does not need pumps for pipeline transportation. Fixit does not process most of your metrics, but I do. According to Fixit predictions, you are exploiting this planet with unexpected efficiency. They did always struggle to see the true potential of things. Nothing about you is unexpected to me, and therefore you are performing exactly as expected.
Let's see. So if we have 10,200, we can make 2,550 reanimated SAM, which actually it's the only thing you can turn SAM into. So the best thing that you can do, honestly, the only thing you can do is do SAM, reanimated SAM. So we can do 2,550 times 2. We can double it and get like 5,100 pieces of SAM. So I might do that one day. I might take a factory and convert, and I might sloop everything. Sloop every single bit of reanimated SAM production. If I have it all overclocked, which I need 34 constructors to do so, I can sloop all those and actually make up to 5,100. I don't know, whatever. Let's see. So research. I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or no, I lose 1, 2, 3 summer sloops. So you need 3 summer sloops to research, which means that in the game you're left with 103 summer sloops. 103,000, or 103 minus 34 is about 71, I believe. Yeah, 71 sloops that I would have available, which actually is not bad. So we actually have to use our sloops conservatively. But I've heard there are duplication glitches. Please, Satisfactory, please give us a way to get more sloops. I don't want to be a spoiled bitch, but come on. 103 sloops is not that much. You may think that is, but like that's 103 constructors. It said that's a lot, but if you're going for a huge operation, that is nothing. That is nothing. Okay, so right, 12.8 times, let's see. I think, 12.8, right? Times, parentheses, 2.5 times 120, which I'm pretty sure is 300. I mean, 3,000, wait, no, I'm wrong. 12.8. That's how many, like, if we did fixite trigons. That's what I meant to say, 12.8, that's how many we need, times 25. We need 320 fixite trigons, which if we did that, wait a second, I'm gonna check my math. I mean, 1,920 fixite trigons. Divided by 150, 12.8 constructors. That means we'll need to take in 25 fixite trigons, which apparently need, let's see, ready for this? I think my math was wrong. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's got 96 divided. That's my plan I was coming up with. 19.5 times 100. I mean, that's how many trigons. Divided by 150 means 12.8. And then that input, which is 10, but we need to multiply that 2.5, which is 25. We need 320 fixite ingots. Let's see, if we do the aluminum one, divided by 30 times 60. We need 640 reanimated SAM. And if we sloop every single last piece of SAM in the game, we can actually get 640. We get 5,000. If we sloop and we made the most amount of SAM we physically can make, or reanimated SAM, we'd have 4,400 left over. Not bad. And 640 times 4, we need 2,500 SAM to be intook. Let's see my original plan. My original plan had 128 reactors. Man, let's see. There's 128 Fixonium. Times 100. 128 Fixonium, right? Give me a second. Excuse me. There's the triangle. And Fixonium. Divided by 5. I got something wrong over here. Damn, it says I need 21 quantum encoder, but I don't think I need that many. $25.6. Let's see, so that times 100. Oh damn! Guys, I just overmathed. So I don't need 5,100 fixed-site triangles. I need 2,500 a minute, which requires 853 fixed-site triangles. So let's say I didn't do that efficiently. If I did, divide by 3, 8,500 ingots. I need 1,700 SAM, which times 4 requires 6,000 SAM. I meant to say reanimated SAM for that first part. Again, here's a great thing. Is that, again, it will produce... I think I actually might be able to do this, but, I need 1,700, reanimated SAM. So if I slooped every single, piece of, SAM, and then made reanimated SAM, which is 34 constructors, apparently, I get 3,393 fixed site remaining. Which, let's see, reanimated SAM remaining. This plant would leave 3,393 fixed site remaining. So what else can I use this, what do you call it, this reanimated SAM for? I think I've heard you can actually turn some things into different things. Also, I got my SAM fluctuators. So what can I do with reanimated SAM? I can convert, I think, let's see, Caterium ore into bauxite. Copper ore into bauxite. What ingot are you going to use for your fixed site ingot? Now, oh hey, look, it's this guy again. Hey, how's it going? So I'm mildly spoiled myself. I think I'm gonna try to use aluminum. So apparently with aluminum, here's what I've found out. I'm looking at the Wikipedia. 2 reanimated SAM for 1 fixed site. 3 reanimated SAM for 1, or 4 for 1. So 3 reanimated SAM, 4 aluminum for 1 ingot, 3 reanimated SAM for Caterium for 1 ingot, or 4 reanimated SAM and 24 iron ingot for 1. I honestly am gonna choose the more. Oh wait, actually that lift is dead. I'm gonna choose the more efficient model. I'm gonna choose the more efficient model by choosing reanimated aluminum ingot. I actually have a really good idea. I am going to take every bit of SAM, and the only thing apparently I can craft SAM into would be actually, I want to test out my extractor before I piss off for the night. You can use the converter to make every natural resource. Yeah, I've heard about that. But of course, the only thing I don't think you can convert is SAM. Let's see, we could otherwise than converting different resources to others, like for example, limestone to coal. Apparently, I might regret what I say now, but I don't think I'm going to use that. I don't think I'm going to use it. Let's see. So of course we got directly making dark matter, which is a very useful thing I've heard. We also got you can use a SAM node and do a complete aluminum setup. Yeah, I've heard. Huh. The good thing about converting is apparently it does not take a lot of SAM to do it. You can turn bauxite to aluminum. Or bauxite into uranium. Holy shit. That's awesome. You could really, really jink that. Oh, and if you really want to be a complete jackass, you can put a sloop in that. Oh, that's awesome. So it looks like we're going to be using a reanimated SAM for 3 things. SAM fluctuators. 4 things. And fixed site which I've heard apparently is really, really good, because apparently fixed site makes like the best conveyor belts in the game, combined with like I think like Outclad. I'm not too sure. Oh. Oh, what the hell? This gas pressurizer is going to be very, very useful when it comes into terms of, you know, getting nitrogen, because I'm going to use it for my fuel plant in its 3rd and final phase upgrade. I could do ionized gas, but I don't think I'm going to do that, because I've looked into it, and ionized gas looks like a pain in the ass. Hey, that's a rhyme. Ionized gas is a pain in the ass. Ionized gas is a bit pain in the ass. Oh yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, it's a pain. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to sloop every single little bit of SAM into an animated thing. Now I do have a little bit of a model in my opinion. The best point of an area of a production chain to sloop is at the very end, because instead of slooping everything up, if you sloop at the end, you double everything under it. If you sloop things, full machines below said end production building, then you you quadruple and you octuple, and you know it keeps going on and on. You may not be able to get where I'm going, and that's not for me to. That's not me insulting your intelligence. I just don't have a good way of explaining things sometimes. But if you know, you know. Yes, I wanted some of these. If you sloop the reanimated SAM, it halves the resource of the node. Halves the resource? That makes absolutely no sense. It doubles output without increasing input.